shown up, and we have some. We really tried to do a few new things for you guys and to keep it going. And throughout this show that we have planned for you tonight, there's Mike the Wizard is going to do a few things.
I'll ask you a question again.
Oh, what was my question? Oh, how's the audio and video? Is everything all right? Everybody being able to see and hear us? So, hope everybody's doing all right here Thursday night. And, well, here we go into the opener. Hi, y'all. Alright, start that again. Hey guys, welcome back. Welcome back. How you liking that opener? We filmed that train track thing. We did that ourselves, but here we're really thrilled. We got some new merch is now available on our online store, and the links are below. But there you guys go.
Let us know how the audio and video is, please.
Everything's still going all right?
All right.
We getting some thumbs up on that?
We're not getting responses.
We're not?
Okay, we got some thumbs up.
Okay.
All right, so you want to move into there?
No. Well, welcome everybody here for the live stream. Like I was saying, we have going to go over a tutorial on some baseline wiring, and I'll go over that a little more. And we're actually going to do some wiring on some pieces of track for everybody to see. And so that's going on. But had a couple quick channel announcements. We are not going to be going to Mario's. They let us know that they decided not to have us go ahead and do a walkthrough, and that's great. You know, I told them if they changed their mind, give us a call. We'd be happy to come up and be able to go do that. But we have some other stuff we're trying to get on the planner there and get a few things going for you guys. And let's see, there was that. What else was with the anything else, Mike? Am I missing anything?
I don't think so, but we can come back to it if we remember.
Yeah. So anyways, want to say hi to some people here and check everybody in. So the first person here was, who was it, Mike?
716 Railfan.
716 Railfan. And with this, I had pre-picked a diesel, an electric engine, and a steam engine. And I'm going to rotate through them as we go through everybody. And let's see if you guys can guess what engines they are based upon their horns or whistles. So here, first one in, 716 Railfan. Alright, who was next?
We had Chris Camologio.
Hi, what's up, Chris?
We had Southern Vermont Railfan.
How you doing?
Ken Muniz.
How you doing, Ken?
Randall Ellison.
Welcome you and your daughter, Ken. I hope she's watching. Who was next?
Randall Ellison.
How you doing, Randall?
Michelle Turner.
What's up, Michelle?
And Thomas Schoon.
What's up, Thomas?
Content Park Deluxe Edition.
Hello, content.
Sam's Railroad Productions.
What's up, Sam?
That's probably good.
Okay.
We'll grab everybody and I'll do
All right.
the chat. And you wanna?
Well, yeah. Now we're gonna move on over here to where we got the stuff set up.
All right, I got you on.
Okay. Okay. Am I good in frame?
You're live. Yep.
Okay, all right, cool. So, wanted to go over some bass stuff, and this is through my experience, and that was my own journey of learning how to do the track and do it correctly. And I get a lot of questions, and I know there's some stuff, and this just isn't for fast track. I'm going to cover a little bass wiring of 3-rail O scale. And that's, you know, using AC power, and all the 2-rail stuff is DC power, direct current versus alternating current. But, so you guys, all right? But first off, I was trying to think of how to do this, and a brief thing now, this is geared more towards people getting into the hobby, doing more than their first little oval, stuff of that nature, and starting to add on. The tools you're going to need to go get yourself to be able to make this manageable and do correctly. You're going to get a nice pair of some like little wire snips, because we're not, you know, laying wire to like take power to the house. This isn't 220. That, you know, sharp, good to go. You need to go purchase.
It says you're a little quiet, so I'm gonna put your mic on your phone.
Oh, here. All right, let me move this.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Just 1 second.
Put that thing right there.
Okay.
Let me.
All right, is that better? Is that better for you guys? So, get you some wire snips, okay? And they're strippers at the same time too. So you see they cut there, and the gauge of wires are written on it. This is the same thing, except it's for smaller gauges, all the way up to, this one goes from 16 to 26 gauge. This goes from 10 to 20 gauge. And if you're, the lower the number, the bigger the wire. Okay? So that's just kind of what you can get a relationship based on what the gauge of the wires are. You can use 16 gauge for track power, and then I use 22 gauge telephone wire for all my accessory stuff and the controls. So, and I have a couple solid wires, and then I have flex strands so it bends, because my main wiring I use is 16 gauge double insulated speaker wire, and you buy it, you know, there's lots of places you can get yourself on this stuff, and it does a nice solid connection, and it's splits apart. One's copper, one's silver in color, you know. So, and I get a, you know, 10 out of 10 rating on the DCS system, and I get a very solid command signal all around, that type of stuff. So I'm going to show how to do the ends on that. This is to help manipulate the ends when I put it on, so we'll go more into that. This is like a little pair of jewelry pliers that I had found, and it just does a great job holding on to the piece, you'll see here in a little bit. And I use this to do my crimping. This tool just happened to be around another old pair of wire strippers, and use some little electrical tape. Now here's the things you need to get. This is for fast track. Okay? These little guys. So, these are the little female ends that are going to go on underneath, and they'll slide on, and I'll show you how that works. But these guys here, you can see, okay, they are 22 to 18 gauge, 0.110 female quick disconnect. 100 pieces, and I think, I don't think I paid $10 for this. So, but we'll get a little more into those here as we attach it so you guys can see, because a lot of the things everybody hears, it's, most likely your track's not put together correctly, and that's for any kind of track. When you look down your straightaways, if they're kinked and it's a straightaway, you're probably, and a lot of times you see layouts and you can, as the camera pans by, you can see the gaps in tracks. And I get, and this is just trying to like get some, this is the foundation of your house. So to take that extra minute at those times to do the electrical properly, hey, we have to do that. And this is like our first going into STEM and how we're going to be applying all this, but I felt we just going to be here doing this foundation work. So as you can see here, there's a gap there. I see this all the time where one's pulled apart and one's there. I don't know, it's, it moved, or you don't have it attached down properly, you use all the screw holes. But any kind of track, you have to attach it or it will move. These trains will move it and drag it apart. You need to make every connection look like that. Okay? And that alone helps solve, especially with just when you have a smaller layout, solve so many problems. You've got to make sure they're fit well together. Now underneath, on Fast Track, here's where you add the wires. Okay? They're built right in. The tabs come down underneath. Okay? This is a half curve, a half 072. This is a 10-inch straight track in Fast Track. So this is where you put it in here. This is the center rail one. It's in the middle of the track in the center, and this is the center rail tab, and you can put it on this one, or you can put it on this one. Either way, it's just fine because it's alternating current. And if you're just getting into the hobby and the alternating current, it's going back and forth normally between it. It's not like direct current and up this one and down that one. It goes back and forth, but it can get out of phase, and that can cause a problem. And that's when you flip. If you have 10 connections and you flip one of those connections the wrong way, your track will just trip off, and you'll be surprised how many times you do that, even when you think you're really trying. And that's something where you got to pay attention to the wiring. Let's see. So we'll come up here, and I'm going to okay. Hey, can you see if they want it zoomed in more? Okay.
I think that's good.
All right, so let's just cut that end off, because you guys, if you never wired before, you have to, just a little to it, and it's not hard. Okay, so on these wires, I'm splitting them apart.
You're a little out of camera.
I am?
Yeah, just go down a little bit. There you go.
Okay. So I just got to start it. Just cutting down there in the middle. It'll be the most complicated one ever, just because the camera's on. So, we're 16 gauge. Am I in frame or am I lifting too high?
No, you're good.
Okay. All right. You don't need to strip this thing very far back, okay? As you can see, this isn't very big. You can kind of just see. You only got to go back maybe about 1/4 of an inch, okay? So, on 16. when you get a stripper, because this way what it does is it cuts through the insulation around the wire or the coating, all right? And when you do this and you pull it off and it doesn't cut any of the wire, that's why you got to know what size wire you're using, because you don't want to do that. So it just goes in and pull. Boom. Off comes the coating, and out here, now you can see here, am I getting a good close-up on these?
Yeah, you are. The camera looks a little bit closer to the far right.
Okay.
But you're getting there.
Okay.
Your hands are in view.
So you can see the little strands in there, okay? And the advantage to multi-strand wire is it's flexible and can bend and move, and it doesn't crack. Solid strand is good for some heavier stuff, but it can crack. It doesn't like to bend more than like maybe one time, so there's a lot different stuff to work with that. But anyways, so there you go. And all you do, let me get my, for some reason these are the ones that I like crimping this thing with, and that's just my bit. So I always know they're going to be on opposite sides like that, so I make sure the open end faces outward, okay? But on multi-strand, you need to twist your wire, okay? That wire gets twisted up, and that's just to make it going in here easier, so it's not a whole bunch of different stuff. And it's just threading. It's just a little hole in there, and you're just going to seat it all the way up in there. Okay. It's seated. You can see right there a little bit of the copper sticking out. It's gone all the way through. Now, you don't have to push all the way through this thing. You will cut it in half, okay? You just have to crimp it on there. And it'll take you a few to get the hang of it. I can go a little more on that. Especially when, you're sitting down really doing wiring, and it's one after the other after the other. So you can see here, I'm putting a lot of tension on that, and it's not coming out of there. Okay? Alright? Now, I always use, so it was easy for me to remember, the copper side I used as my positive or hot, and the silver color one I used as my ground and or common. And you can see, pulled that right off. It's the same multi-strand, but that way visually I always just could look at it and I knew which side was which. It just made sense to me that the copper was the hot side. It's kind of like an old, a McDLT, kept the hot side hot and the cool side cool. So keep it facing outward, okay, from this one, so that the open side is out here, so I want to put the open side because of how the attachments are. Whoop. Then finish twisting it. And sometimes it's real hard for my hands to do this smaller stuff. That's one reason when I got a no gauge, I said, what the hell am I going to do when I get older? I said, I can't look at that stuff. This is like killing me sometimes. Haha. Okay, so there you go. Now you have your connections, okay? Now, this is where I use this guy. So there's my copper side, so he's going to go to the center one. You always do the hot first and the negative last, and then take off the negative first. But let's see. I just like how these guys are able to hold these. Mike, can you see the little silver tab where I'm pushing at?
Not now. Now you kind of can. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So oops. Hold on. I just gotta, it's just pressed down there.
They're only seeing the top of the track now. You might want to turn it around if you want to show them what you're doing.
I'm just lifting that tab up a little bit, that's all. It was just,
Can you put the tab closer to the camera so they can see it?
Yeah. How's that?
Yeah, that's decent. Oh, okay. Now you can see the little tab.
Okay. Okay. So you see it just slides on there. There you go. Alright. Okay. Now on this side. Not done yet. How's this?
Yeah, you can see.
Okay. There you go. Now it's on there. Okay? And you just keep moving to be completely annoying, right? So, alright, next. Then, it took me a while to figure this out. I didn't get that right away either when I first started doing this, started my wiring. I was, I didn't realize that at first. And not always rushing on my track work. And always trying to rush on wiring and just get a few up because I'll come back and fix it later. Yeah. And it's always kind of like that. And just do yourself the favor. So all I do, and just take the electrical tape. Actually, you got to make sure you press it in and allow the adhesive to get down on stuff so it holds. Just that doesn't cut it. You got to make sure it's covered. Okay. And then, so then it's going to go down below the table because you fished it up through a hole in the table. So, and the hole's like right here, so I would still take, a little more. Because I've yanked on enough wires and ripped out and blah, 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 blah. It just, okay. So, there you go. That'll go down through a hole in the table. And you do that, take the time to do it correctly, you won't have as a lot of these types of problems and weakening and headlights flashing, which causes other issues. And if you're using other kinds of track, they have the little connectors that slide under them or pins. And you still got to make sure you're making those connections really good because that's what and then you solder those ones on and sometimes they're on the connectors with the wires already down. So, but connecting any track, but you've got to make sure that you push that stuff together. And it goes all the way. If it doesn't, and your signal really gets lost. And for fast track, count connections. Okay, so if you have a whole, because every connection you lose because it's an actual break and stuff like with anything how it goes through all kinds of train track. Every time there's a connection between the pieces of track, there's a little loss. There's a little loss. It on top of the natural resistance of the length of the rails and all the craziness, okay? So, count out 10 of these. So you have to count that out, and then that's the rule of thumb, and you fudge 12, because that might be the only place where you can get it because of how everything's situated, because it works out that way a lot, okay? And, Are there any direct questions about what I've kind of did there?
They asked if it's the same for HO scale track.
If I'm going to make an assumption because it's been a while, but I mean, if it's other kind of track, you solder it on. But if it's like roadbed track like this, I wouldn't be surprised if there was some kind of metal tabs right underneath, because those metal tabs are part of the actual rails and are punched out. So they're a solid connection from there up to your rails. Okay? And it's so important to have that good, because beyond just the power, these outer rails are what are used in as the antenna for the command control systems, either companies. This is the antenna that it sends the signal out on the outside, which is your ground and your common ground, the outside rails, and it sends the signal out there, and then the locomotives have antennas on them that pick that signal up. And each one just has a numerically assigned ID number that it's like when you say, hey, your computer phone thing, and, it does something. So it's kind of that same thing. It says, hey, number 72, and that engine listens and nobody else does. So that's kind of how it talks back and forth like that. But you got to have a good connection on your outer rails, because that's where all that's going to go for 3-rail. Any other things about that?
Not so far.
Okay, cool. Now, a quick basic this can apply to any track. So when you get, let's say, the starter set, okay? Okay, a standard ready-to-run set, you got the 10-inch straight track there, and 036. Okay. Everybody gets what I'm talking about, right? We've seen that oval. You get that oval. Okay. Now, how many connections are here? Count them. 10. Okay, that's why you get the one with the transformer with that little bitty wire, and it goes right here, it connects into the terminal track. But that's enough connections that it is able to maintain a proper circuit. Now, if you take this, and now you all of a sudden go to like, okay, let's imagine this is now more like you're getting here, and now here's all the track pieces, All right, and here's like 096 curves. Okay, so you greatly now, oh wow, now you have to have 10 shows up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, I need one power wire from here to here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I need one power rail right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right there. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. Now this can be the whole, here's an 072. Here's a 10-inch piece. And here's the little bitty one. Oh.
I'm just turning it down a little bit, maybe, because it's...
Oh, it's bright. Okay, and you got the little one. I was like, what the hell was going on with the lights? That still counts as just a connection, so it doesn't matter the length. It's the pure connection thing. So I'm just saying, you got to walk around your layout, okay, and you mark it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's probably it's the same rule of thumb. You're coming in there at about every 10 feet, 10 to 12 feet, roughly, you need to have a power drop, okay? Because when you can start measuring your linear track feet in, you have hundreds of feet, even if you have 100 feet, you should have, and 100 feet isn't as big as you think. It's easy to have 100 feet of track, which means you should have 10 power drops, okay? But counting this out, because there's the one easy way to do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Great. Okay? Now, wherever we're going to have our power, okay, because the way I wired my layout, and it works for command control, and even conventional, it works just fine for conventional operation as well, is the star method. Because, Mike, the lights are moving.
They can't see the thing. It's just a little dark or too bright.
Oh, okay.
So I'll turn them back up when this is over.
Yeah, okay. No, I was just saying they were flickering a lot. Driving me nuts. So, you have your connections there. So, okay. So, you have your transformer. Like, I have my bricks. So, you have a brick here, or whatever transformer. Okay, T for transformer, okay? That's your power generator, and here's the, you're plugging the wall. The wall plug, okay? So that's making your power there, okay?
Yeah, it's a little lost. There you go.
Yep, okay. Do I need to zoom in on it more?
You could if you wanted to.
Yeah. Sometimes you need to...
I'm working.
I know. Okay. So, now, out goes your wire. So let's say how my layout is wired. If you're going to do all the command control, okay, I have to go into a TIU. But let's skip the TIU for now. But actually, okay, we can put that in there. So the transformer goes into the TIU, into one of the track things. Out of there it goes. And now we're going to go to a terminal bus, a bus bar, which, and it has the little metal bars across it. Okay. I'll have, darn, that's the one thing I forgot to grab. But I'll show you one by the end of this, and then if you email me or go on Discord and stuff, and I'll give more clarification on this stuff. But the terminal bus, and what that does is you separate it out, and you take your live power, and you go, out here, and you have the two wires coming, your hot and your ground, and let's take, he goes here, and he goes here. So now, you got, this side is positive, and this side is negative, okay? So, here's one bus, and you have, these are all joined together on this side. Okay? And your positives are all joined on this side, and they're separated, okay, from across from each other, or else they'd pop. Okay? Now, so from this one, we run the positive to this section, and you run the negative to this section. Okay? Alright? There's no breaks here or anything. You just counted the sections of track or linear foot of track. Okay? Now this guy, here we go again. Here's this positive. Let's go over here with this positive. And here's the negative. And there's the positive. Okay? On this section. And then these just keep going out. A positive. And a negative. Okay? And it just keeps going to each one of those sections. And you're going to have because there's always going to be resistance because of the wire, and you're always going to have a power drop. And that's just kind of how that happens. But by doing this, even though this is a closed loop anyways, the traveling around from just one, it dissipates out over the length of the track. So that's why you just keep adding it. And the star method is you try to do this as much to the center as possible to keep these similarly sized in concept, but then that gets a accurate, consistent signal applied throughout, and there's not an over demand. You don't add the demand of an unnecessary length of track on top of the consumption of your engines, as well as each time you take the time to do the negative, you are reinforcing where your command control goes through. Every one of those. All my, you separate out your tracks. We'll go further in depth at another one with this, but you have your blocks, but this is all one together here for a simple oval with not a lot going on, and you do your blocks at switches or whatnot. But you want that common ground everywhere. All my ground and the whole layout between every track, all the switching, accessories is all interconnected and tied together. It's the common ground, common ground, common ground. You want that for good flow, but particularly in the command environment, you want that signal easily going out there, and it makes all the difference in the world with control and getting that good signal and a solid connection. Putting these tracks together, whatever kinks don't work. If it's kinked and it's misaligned and it's starting to look like that, and you're getting those gaps in it and stuff like that, you can't do that, okay? You have to make it fit together, take the time, play the game of the Chinese puzzle, putting the different pieces together to get the length you need, okay? I know I've been there where I couldn't finish because I had to go to the store to buy more of those because it was like an inch that was keeping me from finishing something. It's frustrating, I know, I feel your pain, been there, okay? And a lot is like this piece, you go down and check and make sure your connections are always, secure. And you push down and reinforce those before you put them down and you check them. And if you push the track together, I was dead spots in my track, my command control doesn't respond over there or something like that. There was any types of things, or it would cut out over there because it would, there wasn't enough connection, or I had bad connections, or something came loose. So over time I figured out, and not that I figured it out, it took time because you thought you knew more than you thought you knew.
Did you say that the wire was all the same length?
The concept of it is that to get this in the middle of your layout the best you can, to keep these, on one far end, then you have some real short ones and then some real long ones. So that puts unnecessary strain in theory in the engineering. So you try to keep them similar, but it's not like it won't work if it's not. Okay? But you try to keep your controls and your power in the center, and it keeps some things equidistant and whatnot, because you want to use as little wire as possible, but not undercut yourself. Excess wire hanging around actually just draws power as well. So you want to have it sized properly and take the time to do this stuff, especially when you're going beyond like just a quick oval, because you will have much more fun because it'll work. Because 95% of the problem is, I did all those problems, it's most likely user error. Check your connections. Then the other tool that you need to get is a multimeter, folks. Can you see the multimeter?
Yeah, if you keep it on the white.
Yeah. Okay? I think, $20-$30, go get one. Because you cannot begin to troubleshoot, which will be another thing we'll work on. That'll be another video, troubleshooting and trying to learn how to, I'm not an electrical engineer, but you can begin isolating out where's the problem. Oh, it's not going past this spot. I don't have any power here, or my transformer's done. So, you know, we'll do a quick thing. Spin there. Yeah, okay. So, my layout is on. Can you see? Oh, I'll go this way. Okay. So, center rail is hot. Outer rail is hot or you're positive. Either outer rail works to do this. I'll show you. So, you see there's nothing there. And now I'll put them together. Okay? So, I go to the other rail. Okay? Test this drag. Okay? So, that's, you got to get a multimeter. It's just not for your track, though. You can check your transformers. You can begin diagnostics on parts of engines, and you can weed out some things with this simple multimeter. And when you ask, and you can go, hey, the read on, you know, I had this many volts here. What? Oh, well, you know, that's going on. It helps people help you troubleshoot with more information, but it's definitely worth spending that little bit of money on a multimeter. It will make so much difference because this hobby is full of troubleshooting, and because it's electrical.
How far should you go down the track to continue testing with the multimeter?
Oh, I mean, I walked all around my track, you know, when I was doing it, like every couple feet, just seeing, you know, I was holding it like a pair of chopsticks and just gliding along after I had just done my wiring and stuff like that. So, I think that's enough for now. I want to answer more questions. I'm going to take on what we've gone over because I'm going to do more, but you know, we could talk about this for the next 72 hours and just start to scratch the surface on the electrical stuff and some of the stuff. So we're going to do more in depth, but star wiring, the star method, because it's, you know, if you put this in the center and it all shoots out wires over equal to the thing, it looks like a star, like a bursting star. So it's the simplest way. Even if you don't have command control, you take this out and you still just do your positive and ground from the transformer, and you still go to the terminal block, you know. But you should have a circuit breaker in there. If you're using one of the old KWs, you should put it. You got to get a quick disconnect circuit breaker on there to protect everything, because that'll melt stuff.
Okay, so you want to run train?
Yeah. So we have some cool, interesting things that, well, I'm going to do some train running. And, oh, did we have guesses on what the diesels and the steam engine was? And no guesses on that?
No, I'm not seeing any comments on it.
Okay. Well, the diesel was a E7. That was the diesel. It was a GG1 for the electric. Oh, goodness. And yeah, a GG1 for the electric, and the Pennsylvania.
716 said K4. with a steam engine, and Randall Ellison said F7.
Yeah, it was a E7, a GG1, and a PRR Y3.
Yes, Randall, you were half right.
So, hold on, don't take that down. Because Burnsy asked last time, we're going to get the K4 out, so I'm going to leave that camera there for right now. And,
Nothing's gonna hit it.
what?
Nothing's gonna hit it.
No, it's good right now. It's good.
Tim Strain says PRR HH Tech 1 or Y3.
Y3. Yeah. Okay. Do you want to put the rest on?
Sure.
Okay, guys, bear with us here. And we're Wizard Mike's going to work.
I just put them all on.
Okay. So,
Camera check. I've got you everywhere.
you got me everywhere? Okay, guys. So, we got to get that one going. So let's get the K4 going. PRR K4. Let's get the turntable. There we go. Woohoo. Mr. Murphy, Mr. Murphy, Mr. Murphy. Really? You love doing that, don't you?
Turntable's Atlas, right?
Yeah. There we go.
They're all asking for ST70 Aces running. Railfan and up 716
Okay.
Midwest Rail Production.
Get all right, here you go. I'll start these guys up. And then I'll go back to maneuvering that. Let's see. I'm going to turn this up so you guys can hear it. So that's the coal train, and it's 5 MTH power units. Led by the GW 4141. That's the 4141 MTH Premier 3.0. The SD60 Norfolk Southern Honoring Veterans, MTH Premier 3.0, Norfolk Southern SD70 Ace, Norfolk Southern And on this corner down here, we have a PRR SD35, I believe, and a PRR GP35, I believe. And those are 2.0. And here we go.
Teen asked if you said Buffalo Southern. That class 3 runs by me.
No, Norfolk Southern. Norfolk Southern. Okay. So those are all 5 power units. So that's 2 motors each. So that's 10 motors right now going down on that. So let me get back to moving this guy. Yeah, okay. He's under the check. All right. There she goes. Round and round she goes. Where she stops, nobody knows. Okay. She's going out to get a passenger train. And it's picking up, actually, my George Washington passenger train. Now, I know it's going to be on C&O cars, but it's going to be cool. Let me get back to that. And it's going up through some stuff, and we're going to get everything going here. Now here's something I forgot to do, put the damn bridge down. Yeah, right? That would have been a whole little thing, right? Okay, so this guy... I didn't do it. Mike, you want to set this up? You want to do the legs? Yeah. Oops.
Oh, you already typing?
Thanks for bearing with us, guys. Trying to get this stuff adjusted up. Okay, and you can see the TV right up here. I have my MTH stuff on up there, streaming over to that TV. So you can kind of see that one flash and kind of see what I'm doing on there when I'm controlling. Okay. And let's see, I need to go. So here we go. I need to get my yard loop set. Okay. Oh. Okay. Okay. And let's see, I need to come in on yard 5. I thought I remembered to do all this. I just had a train. Let's see, yard 5. Correct. Yard 1. Okay. All right. Oh, what happened? Okay. And no. Nothing. I was trying to find an exit. Here we go. Now it's going to go up all the way up into the mountain is where we're taking this guy. So that's where he's going. Alright. Yard loop, Main to westbound. cleared out of the yard loop and that, and I can start some other stuff up.
Brian, what's the loco going to the mountain?
The K4. Sorry, I had a derailment. I tried to back down that train that I shouldn't have. But it happens. Always high drama on the railroad, folks. There he goes. I'm going to set it to go up the mountain. Yes, 1361. Going to go all the way up the mountain. The Allegheny going across Pennsylvania on the main Broadway Limited. I'm slowing it a little bit. Okay, that one's up there. Now, let's get... okay, I need to get main 2 set. Main 3 set. Okay. Okay. Alright. Now I'm going to send my shark noses up to main 2 from main 3 eastbound. Anybody got any questions?
Do you know how to make NCH model 4 trucks per revolution on the DCS app?
Yeah, you gotta go swipe right when you're on the engine thing and it goes into the engine controls in there. And that's kind of how that works. When you're on the main throttle page here, there she goes. When you're on the main page here, you swipe right. Oh, okay. Oh, you took it off of there?
No, you can't really see it.
Oh, okay, my bad. But you swipe right on the throttle page of the app, and inside is all the controls for stuff like that to be able to be done. Okay, now I need to get... Rail. Alright. Now I need back to main 3.
What does STEM stand for?
Oh, STEM stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, Mathematics, and all computer sciences. That's what STEM is. So we were starting to get into a little bit of that today with the beginnings of the electricity and some base wiring. And I mean, and I'm using technology by running all this with an app and programs, and it's such a mix of it, and we're going to keep doing more of that. Okay, let's get... that just happened. have bumped the switch. I didn't realize it when I was looking back and forth. I got the train and made a couple revolutions already, so I think when I must have bumped the button when I was trying to show something. And I ran the train in the back of another train, and I'm like, oh shit. So, let's see.
Is there an echo or anything? Thank you, Ken. We really appreciate it. Hey, Brian. 716 wants to know what your favorite loco is on your railroad.
Oh, my Y3.
He says it's Y3 if anybody missed that. Sweet. If anybody's wondering, I'm doing all of this on the OBS program on the computer that we built. We did a computer build video, but it's quite long. We've got hours of footage, so I'm working forward with editing and kind of getting it all together. It's just taking longer than I realized. Here, you know what? I'm going to turn y'all around so y'all can see what I'm doing. See if I move this and don't mess anything up. So I've got y'all's chat on the right that I'm trying to keep up with. And then I'm controlling the 5 cameras on the left, as well as all the audio from the cameras. And for this, we're using all iPhones, and we have one iPad Pro. Yeah, 716 software is awesome. I like that squeaky train. Well, so that's another thing we're thinking about trying to do, is see if y'all have the interest. Here in the next week or two, we're thinking about trying to get a Zoom call going and talking to you guys, probably about 3 at the max, and discussing your layouts or any questions that you have about our layout, cross-danchorsrailroads, or if you just need even help on your layout, we'll put effort to try to help. Oh, bye, Dad. Thank you for joining us. So if you're interested in trying to be a part of that series, hit us up on Discord, send us an email. We got Facebook, Instagram. You can leave us a comment on this video. And we'll do our best to get everybody that's interested in on the Zoom call so that we can do that. And if we have enough interest, we'll just keep doing it until we run out of people. Yeah, Ken, I'd love to see your layout again. I'm excited to see how it works out. Oh wow, 5,000 watching. Yeah, that would be hard to pay attention to daily. This is a little bit easier for me than having to.
But I would like to point out that even though I had this derailment that I'm still solving, I haven't lost anywhere else on the layout but the track it was concerned on. Because I have all my blocks electrically isolated from each other. That's part of that, the beginning of the wiring we did tonight was to be able to do this, and all my mains are still running, and then we lost the one area, so I can get more trains going in the meantime.
We also have all of the cameras wired, so we have some extension cords running around the layout. Oh, so you couldn't hear him speak? They said they couldn't hear you.
They can't hear me?
Try repeating it into that mic and see what they say.
Can you hear me?
No, repeat the derailment thing.
With my derailment stuff, what I was just talking about is I'm still fixing that. And let me throw a switch. Here, hold on, I gotta...
Okay, cool. So I don't have a way of hearing what y'all hear, so the only way I can know is if y'all let me know. Okay.
Those F3s, that's 3 power units and 2 dummies. But what I was saying about the electrical, all my mains, the yard, the passenger area where the accident is, and all that type of stuff, they're electrically isolated from each other. So when that accident occurred, that's why the rest of my trains can keep going, and my whole layout doesn't trip off. And that way it just stays in a isolated area, and I'm able to troubleshoot more than, oh, it's the whole layout.
Okay, I understand what you're saying about the sound going out when I went single screen, and I think I know why. So thank you for letting me know, and I will fix that for next time. Our Midwest asked a question. He said, did you hear about BNSF unveiling its 25th anniversary locomotive?
No, I hadn't.
No, he said you hadn't. We'll have to look that up.
The last new paint scheme I remember looking at was on the new Amtrak Genesis, I believe it is.
Yeah, Randall, if you'll post those pictures into the Discord, that'd be awesome. We'll have to check those out. Now I just adjusted the mics a little bit. Let me know what y'all hear. If it's too much or an echo. Oh, thanks, 716. All right, Dave, we can work that out. We have switches and sensor tracks on the layout. But we might have to take the sensor track off to check that out. I don't know if we have any extra switches. Oh, cool. Thanks, 716. Alright, Randall, that's cool. Yeah, probably not while you're streaming on YouTube. Or I mean watching. Sweet, Sean. We'll put you on the list. In fact, I'm gonna write it down right now.
Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Push that. A lot of work railroading and a lot of stuff to pay attention to with all this. Something always goes wrong.
Oh wow, Daily, that's crazy. We saw that on the news. Alright, 716. How does it sound when Brian's talking now where he's at? I adjusted some microphones. Can you go ahead and speak a little bit?
I got it fixed. I got it fixed. And you know it happened in the furthest corner it possibly could on the map.
Welcome back. I really love this view where they're on that straightaway track. Seeing that big frame come down. So what do y'all prefer? Me talking like this back to y'all or texting? Okay. Thank you for your input, Ken. Yeah, we have a Facebook link on our YouTube. It's either in the description of some of our other videos, it'll be in the description of this video after we've done processing it, or in our banner on the main page of the YouTube. It has our Facebook, Instagram, right there at the top. It should be on the top right. Hey Northeast, welcome and thank you for joining us. let us know what you think about our new video setup we got going. We worked really hard on getting this going in the last couple days so that we could get it together for this stream. You're welcome, Randall. Hey, Brian. Thank you for joining, Bernsey. You had a shout out earlier. We were checking out the Atlas turntable. You flatter me, Ken.
Look.
It's only my second show.
Got that going. Is everybody liking the camera thing?
Yeah, everybody really likes it and they're liking all the chatting.
Is it not, it's not lagging, it's staying up pretty good, no pixelizing?
Are y'all seeing any lag or any pixelization with the cameras? Or is it all pretty, like, the stream going pretty straight? Know what? Very descriptive. Oh, no worries, Northeast. We're just glad you're here. Food is important. Okay, cool. Thanks for letting us know, Bernsey. Awesome. I'm glad to hear it. We were a little worried about it since we have 5 cameras running at the same time. But everything's directly connected, as I was saying earlier. And this is our only our second stream, so we're pretty excited to do this and for it to be going decently.
And a disconnect on this train. Railroad always busy.
Thanks, kid.
Hey, it's pretty cool when all the trains are going, right? There's a lot of action.
Yeah, Bernsey just said, I hear the great K4 whistle, then the Y3.
Yeah, and these F3s?
Northeast is asking if you'll do a brief overlay of what you're running.
Okay. Let me finish backing this train down and hook it back up.
In fact, let me go single screen real quick and see if y'all hear anything. I'm going to do it real quick. It's not going to take very long. So how was that? Did y'all get a stop of sound? I changed the mics since the last input you had given me, hardcore. I know we weren't talking at that moment, but I figured you should be able to hear the trains.
Okay, they want an overview?
Yes.
Okay.
Speaking of the cameras, please.
up, going right here with the coal train. This is all MTH on this train, and that's the George Bush 4141, Norfolk Southern SD-60, honoring veterans, and a Norfolk Southern SD-78, and they're the 3 lead power units. They're all MTH Premier 3.0, and on the pushing the coal train are 2 MTH units, Premier 2.0, and they're PRR. The lead is at the first one is the SD-35, I believe, and then the next one is the GP-35. And all 5 units are powered on that train. Right here, just coming up under the bridge, is the Pennsylvania Y3. That's Lionel TMCC with Odyssey and Rail Sounds 5.0, pulling a little freight consist there. See, up in the mountain, the passenger train is Pennsylvania K4 number 1361. It's a Lionel, it's pre-war, and it is TMCC with Odyssey and Rail Sounds. I bought that thing a long time ago, but it runs like a champ. It's just pulling the actual George Washington Lionel car, and that's because that engine came off for maintenance, and let the K4 pull it. So that's pulling a 9-car passenger train. I paired 2 express cars on it and all 7 of the Lionel cars. And it's virtually almost a constant grade all the time. There go the F3s. Those are Lionel F3s, TMCC, Odyssey, Rail Sounds, 3 lead power units, and 2 dummies. And they're going along, and up coming across the bridge right now are Lionel Sharp Noses. Those are the CC2, the Century Club, and they're amazing. Did it again.
Looks like we got a derailment.
Oops.
No, Bernsey, there's never enough PRR.
And those sharp noses are pretty cool.
Hey, Brian. Ken wanted to know, he went and bought a new GG1 complete set from his favorite brick and mortar.
He did?
Yep.
Oh, wow. It's like, what one was it?
What'd you get, Ken?
Is it the Congressional?
Did you get the Congressional? Well, I'm sure you can actually hear him say that. Yep, you're right. Northeast, the K4 and a Y3.
But those short noses. Oh, it is? Oh, wow. They're beautiful. Are they, you know, is it the Vision line? Is it the Vision line or the regular ones like I have, the TMCC ones and stuff? But they're gorgeous. I love the Congressional. That is my favorite passenger train.
Did you see the unboxing for the George Bush unit 716? I forget if you commented or not. That is a beautiful train.
Oh, like this here right now, talking about some of the other aspects of the model where I'm running off the stem is the therapy of it, because like this to me right up here, I'll stand here for, it can be hours just watching it, and when it works right, it is very distressing, and it's pretty fun, and it's fun to watch them. And we got a little switching in here tonight, and that was fun. And but yeah, I just wanted to say that's part of the therapy, and just being able to, there's just something about it. You can just watch them. They can do a world of good. But yeah, go on.
Bernsey said he needs to get a GG1 for his Congressional.
You got to get a what?
He needs to get a GG1.
He doesn't have a GG1. What kind of PRR man are you? You got to have at least one GG1.
At least one.
It's like not having a K4.
Ken says it's Tuscan red, aluminum cars, TMCC, no Odyssey speed control, but a rear charm.
Ah, it's beautiful.
That sounds beautiful. I'd love to see it.
Yeah. Hey, you want to turn the middle lights down? See what that looks like now?
Sure.
I don't know if it'll look a little different. See what? Let us know what you think. Turn down the main. Oh, you shut them all the way off. Okay, that's fine. Or is it too dark?
Let us know what y'all think. More light or less? Oh, Brian says he does have one, but he needs a second.
It's what?
He has one, he needs a second.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Your PRR card is safe.
It killed me, my heart.
716 says, is HO GG1 as a speeder?
Yeah, they can move. The GG1 were built for it. They were built for it.
Northeast asks, how big is your layout?
What does he mean? What do you mean by how big is it? What are you asking for? Like square footage, length of track? Specify that a little more, or let me know what you're asking about, particularly in there.
Brian says he's got 2K4s. Checkmate.
Yeah.
Checkmate. That's funny.
Vision line what?
Okay, Randall, that's cool. Ken Yuna says he's a West Coast guy, but I had to cheat for this one. East Coast passengers defense. Thank you for joining us, Randall, and we'll looking forward to see that email.
Thank you. Yeah, hey Ken. Yeah, I know. I've been tossing around. Mike's favorite color's orange, and and there's that pretty daylight you guys run out there out in the west. Oh wow! Look at this coming up this straightaway. All four of them going right up this straightaway right now.
Daylily said the whole attic going well.
Yeah. I mean, square footage of the layout, if you look directly down on it, is somewhere around 570 to 580 square feet if you look down on it. There's over 1,200 linear feet of track.
Yeah, you said length and width.
Oh, God. I mean, it's oddly shaped, so you gotta do different sections, but from it's 40 foot stretches across by 30 foot this way. And you can see how it S's around, so there's 5 complete separate main lines. Well, 4 main lines in a yard loop. Full yard, as you see, 5 classification tracks. Entrance from the eastbound to the westbound side. Did it again. But then I have the passenger station in the back. There's 2 tracks on that, and that can enter eastbound or westbound there from either side. And I have an 11-car congressional with 2 GG1s on it, and it more than fits on there, and I can fit 2 10-car trains on there easily. So I can park 3 or 4 passenger trains back there. I have sidings, 2 big sidings. I have the engine area with 4 places for diesels, inbound, outbound track, and 11 whisker tracks. And that comes and goes from different sizes, 54 switches. So, is that enough size? It's like, there's so much with them. And this has taken over a decade for me to get here. You know, this has been it's bit by bit. This wasn't gone out to, on Monday and I'm done Friday.
Shane said, is Brian going to backpedal on up just to own a big boy? 716 asked, are you ever, well, you didn't answer that. Yeah, is that your answer?
Don't get me wrong. Yeah, it's a beautiful engine. The Vision Line one is totally sick. It's just what it has on it. But it is a UP, and it's not that I don't like UP. I'm just much less inclined. There's just so many engines once, and it's, I don't know. I think, yeah.
716 asked if you ever thought of having a Conrail on your layout?
Oh yeah, I did a swap with my dad, and he'll be coming. But I got a B unit F3 to put 3 on there, and he got S.T.E.M Mac car unit and a dummy unit. Conrail Legacy, and we're swapping. Well, he's taking back the B unit, and I'm getting some Norfolk Southerns, and he's bringing down. We're gonna do some stuff on him and reviews next Friday because he'll be here Thursday. He'll be here on Thursday for the live show. And he's bringing with him, he has 2 new Conrail SD40s, the brand new ones. And he said they're like off the hook cool, and I'm looking forward to getting to play with those and see what they can do on here. Because average you pull is 25, 30 car freight trains. So those 2 lashed up should be cool, getting to see them go around. They're beautiful. I love those SD40s. The big deck on them and those big 6-wheel trucks.
What happened?
They got tired.
Yeah, I think it's because I turned the mic on all the iPhones and the iPad, so I think that the stereo is just that, and we've got a loud noise coming through. So I slowed a couple of them down. We'll see if that helps. Let me know. Thank you for keeping me up to date, Hardcore. I really appreciate it. 716 says, my parents' uncle worked for Conrail. You may have said this already, and my parents' aunt's house had Conrail in their backyard, and he would stop and get off and talk to them. But this is in the early 70s.
Okay.
Northeast said he's going to head out. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you, Michelle, for saying it's a great video.
Thank you.
BNSF route ban on the Thayer sub. Hi, Randall. Ellison told me about y'all, and you guys were wanting the photo of the 25-year Loco. I just sent an email. Thank you, man. We appreciate it. Yeah, Brian said it's a bummer that the S1 is 8.5 feet longer.
Oh, that new one? Oh, from the big boy. Yeah. But a lot say, they say the big boy's the biggest, but then again, the Allegheny probably weighed more. It was probably by weight the largest locomotive made. The Allegheny. They were more than 1 million pounds. Well north of 1 million. Yeah. I got a coupler on this thing. Keeps going. And of course, he'll go around all day by myself up here.
Yeah, being an SF Rail fan, we were letting him know that we also have a Discord where he could send it. But an email works too. Thank you very much. Day Lily. All right. Enjoy your swim. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate your support. And I hope you learned something. We're going to be doing this every Thursday at 7 p.m. That may change depending on work schedules and such, but we will let you know beforehand. As of right now, that's the plan though. Oh yeah, please, if y'all liked our content today, please like the video, let us know that you liked it, and comment down below. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe and hit the little bell button, and we'll know that you like what we're doing, and we're going to keep trying to push out more content that you want to see, not just that we're just throwing it on YouTube. If you have any questions or things that we could do better for next time, we'd love to hear your feedback in the comments section. If there's a video you'd like us to do so that you can learn something or we can help you out, like I know someone had asked earlier about the swing bridge and how that actually works, so we're planning on doing a video on that. We might not do it on a live stream. I think we already have it on an intro video, but we'll work that out. Yeah, we knew you'd like that, Bernsey. Yeah, that's what we use. This is our entertainment for the COVID lockdown of 2020. And we made a whole bunch of friends starting our YouTube and doing it like this, and we didn't even have to go anywhere. Not saying it was cheap though. Nothing bad.
Yeah. Guys, I don't think we said this the whole time, man. You know, if you guys enjoy our content, enjoy this, smash that like button, let us know. You know, we love the comments, the interaction. You know, subscribe, please, if you're enjoying yourself. We're always trying to add, do new things, and we're trying to keep it interesting in a different, maybe new, different take on the same old thing. And let us, you know, subscribe, click that bell so you don't miss when we're going to be doing stuff and pop new stuff out. And yeah, it's the first time I think we said this the whole time on here. So.
Well, I just said it like 2 seconds before you. But.
Well, we didn't say the.
But yeah, you're right.
Thing, yeah.
We haven't. Our fans have been thankfully helping out and saying it in the chat for us. Thanks guys. And just we really appreciate it.
Yeah, we're thrilled at the response we're getting and seeing how it's going. And we got some stuff going, and it'll be interesting with my dad here to see what happens, and we'll have some other trains to play with and whatnot. So that'll be fun too. Oh yeah, is it better with that?
Yeah, it's just kind of like there's a line through that.
Oh, okay.
I know, last 10 minutes. Let's get that line out of his head, huh?
Yeah.
John's train said he wanted to do the Cross Anchors Recruits Zoom video, or call with them.
Who?
John's train.
Oh, okay. Alright. Yeah, shoot us an email, send us a message on Discord, and we can start talking about it and getting that worked out. And yeah, what do we have? A couple uncouplings, but I don't know if you ever really avoid that when you're running some trains. You always got an uncoupling here or there. and not too many catastrophes.
That's awesome, Sean. I'm glad you got your 611 running again. Bernsey likes the power lash up of the PRR.
Oh yeah, the F3s.
He said he was going to buy one of those SD35s from a fellow club member, but he got sold 5 minutes before he could get to it.
Ah. Day late, the dollar short.
716 said even though this year's been rough, he's been planning on joining a club next year.
Oh,
COVID's lifting.
That's awesome.
Sean Strange said he's going to try and buy the MTH Strasbourg passenger cars he showed in his video.
Oh, they're gorgeous. Those are pretty. I've been tossing around getting some of those MPH wood-sided cars. They are really pretty.
Hardcore says he's an East Coast guy, but he's from the UK.
Oh wow.
So he's Northeast.
Oh, there you go, Northeast. I mean that's. Yeah, because the other one I got up here is New York Central. I have some New York Central stuff.
Well, that's still not UK Northeast.
Oh, shit, yeah. My bad.
Ken said an idea would be for a tech talk. And the first 30 first suggestions, lubrication and maintenance. Lubrication and maintenance on the
how to do it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And proper.
Who said that?
Ken.
Oh, okay. Sure, yeah. There's so much to be going over in this stuff, and I don't want to make it too boring, but yeah, we are here with running trains, and that is part of it.
Sweet, John. Well, yeah, we're gonna definitely run that together. We might just do it just one if we only have you wanting interest to do it for this first time. Hardcore says 4 rails could give you a lot of trains.
Why 5? There's 5 trains running.
Hey, these 5 trains is a lot of trains.
And none of them are small. I like the S-curves. When the trains wrap around on these S-curves is really cool.
Okay, that's cool, 716. I didn't know that. So as we get closer to 9 here, we've allotted for about 2 hours for this. Is there any final thoughts or questions before we finish this up? Any closing thoughts, Brian?
Yeah, let me hook this guy that damn same coupler. The bane of my existence tonight, you are.
I'll ask him, Bernsey.
Guys, thank you so very much for checking us out, coming to the second live stream. I really hope you learned something. I really do. I hope you had some fun. I hope you relaxed. We got a couple things done. Hit us up when you have more questions about wiring, and I'm going to keep going on with stuff with it, but I'll try to address everything that you guys ask and begin to see. And really, if you're going to start doing it, take the time to do your track and your wiring correctly. It's the most important thing you can do to successfully run your trains. But again, I hope you guys, thanks for checking us out. Go check out the our online store with a bunch of the different merch we got. And if you get the recruit shirts and send an email to us or hit us up on Discord and stuff and say you sub, we'll send you a discount coupon for the Cross Anchors recruit shirts, right?
Yep. And Ken just said he went and made a purchase already.
Awesome, Ken. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Brian Burnsy says, is Brian not trying to buy the new S1? Tell him it isn't going to work.
Do what?
He asked if you're trying to not buy the new S1. He said it's not going to work.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm tossing it around. I haven't made my decision yet.
Got a plug,
slowing down
Burns.
the trains.
That's cool, Sean. We hope to see that. Let us know. Thank you, Ken, for your ideas. You're right. Curiosity is real. Hardcore says, does he have a 3666?
That's Allegheny, isn't it? Is that no a 366?
6.
What is that? I'm not sure. What's the name on it?
What is that, Hardcore?
Yeah,
I like
what
that
engine
Philly
is that?
rail. This is our debut of our new camera setup for live streaming. And we'll probably use this in the future of our regular videos as well that we're going to be uploading. We're working on some kinks, so hopefully we got some of those settled today with the help from our lovely audience. Is it 2666? I'm not sure. It'll be 7 p.m. Eastern time. It's an Allegheny 2666.
Yes, I do.
Yes, Hardcore. Yes, he does.
Yes, I have one. It's in the engine grind house right over there in the engine area. It's a pretty big engine, the Allegheny. Let's see. Okay.
Oh, I didn't know that. Bernsey said a 366 means it has a pickup roller for the middle rail.
Pickup roller for the middle rail. Oh, it was a fun evening.
Yes, it was.
Had a few things go wrong, but we persevered. I tried to keep my wits about me. That's a lot of the therapy over the years, and trying and take a deep breath. And there's always little things going on with this hobby. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you did. What?
Brian Burns says he doesn't get it. So much hate.
The what?
He didn't get it. So much hate.
Uh,
He was joking on you.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we actually ordered our computer from Newegg and then put it together ourselves, Hardcore. So I'm glad it's working out. I don't know if y'all can see it. I'll turn this around real quick so y'all can see. Down below. Of course, this leg doesn't want to go down. Oh, shake my head? Oh. I've never heard shake my head. I've always used so much hate. But okay. Fair enough. So guys. Oh wait, why was that an Asus ROG Strix keyboard? Yes it is. Well, the keyboard isn't. The motherboard is. An Asus ROG Strix, yes. The keyboard glows as well though. I don't know if y'all can see that. And it changes colors and whatnot, and so does the mat. I don't know if y'all can tell this. I like the purple though. It's too much. Of course. And the mouse changes too. So, thank you for joining us. Here, you know what? Let me put this over here. Here we go.
Yeah.
We really appreciate y'all's support, and we will see y'all again
Thank
next
you.
time, Thursday,
Yeah.
7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we're going to have a special guest, and I think that's it.
Yeah.
And I will see y'all later. We're going to close with the opener, and then we will end it there. See y'all next time.
See you around the roundhouse. Hi, y'all.
All right, start that again.